Hey amazing hackers, Merry Christmas! In this Christmas, we're gonna look at Jingle hack CTF. Okay, this CTF is over right now. We can still access the labs, okay? So the way you do is remove this colon 8000 and here web dot jingle ctf dot, and here it should be HTTP, not HTTPS. So if you do all these things, you will be able to access one of the web CTF in Jingle hack CTF. Oops, this is 8001. Okay. Alright, we're in, guys. And here we have equation. Interesting. So what do we have here? Looks like we have calc.php. Let's look what it is. Okay, it's the same thing. Interesting. Do you think is there any other PHP file? The most common PHP file is index.php, right? So this is the same thing, and this should be calc.php. Interesting. So what does it do? It just says yet another calculator. So let's keep 1 and let's send it. The result is 1. Let's say 1 plus 1. Okay, so 9 times 9, 81. So what if I do this? 9 times 9 times 9 times 9 times 9 times 9 times. Okay, I think it's better if we keep a copy of this and then send it. Okay, so what if we keep 9 power 9? Okay, so let's see what it replies. It should be like infinite, right? Okay, it just prints out infinite. So there is no buffer overflow kind of scenario. Okay, so if something crosses the limit, then it's going to simply say infinite. Okay, so if there is a positive infinite, there should be a negative infinite also, right? So let's keep the negative sign and let's send it. Okay, so we are getting negative infinity here. So what if we keep any special characters? How does it respond? Okay, so we have some errors, and errors are good. So what errors we have here? So in this error, it says unexpected these characters. Interesting. And then it said these things, and this is the file that actually caused the error. Okay, and this is the location of the file. Okay, so we got all this data from single quote, and this particular thing is using eval. So if you see eval, you should think of evil. Okay, because eval is evil, so never use eval in your code. Okay, so this is where the vulnerability is. So how to identify the vulnerability? Let's keep something else here, because here it detected this thing, right? So the code should be something like eval and something inside the code. Okay, so inside the code we have results here, right? So we have results. Okay, so this result can be a string. Okay, so a result can be a string, and once the string is finished, there can be something like a variable, because you cannot directly give the content here. So first you have to store it in a variable, and then you have to give it. Okay, so let's say var, and once this is done, there can be something else to finish it. Okay, some other string to finish, and there can be these things. Okay, so if you keep a single quote here, then it cannot understand where to start and where to end. So it gave error something like this. Okay, so it has double quote, it has semicolon, and it also has this thing. Okay, so we don't know exact code, so how it is operating. Okay, so we'll just keep on poking with this, and then we'll see how it reacts. Okay, so let's keep double quote. Okay, now we have even more content here. So it's like now we have kept a double quote around here. Okay, so it cannot understand where to start and where to end. So there might be some other code before this where there is a single quote that is ending over here. Okay, so single quote can be ending around here. So it doesn't understand how to operate this double quote or single quotes. So it's kind of confusing because we don't know what the exact code is. Okay, so we can only guess something like this, right? So let's keep poking around. Let's try to operate a code here, some system commands like this. Let's see what happens. Then it says wrong input, bro. So there has to be an if condition previously, okay, that actually checks for some expression. So for checking some expression, it can use preg match, and then it expects some kind of characters. It can be special characters or some other form of regular expression. So if the regular expression matches, only then it is going to print something like wrong input, bro. Okay, so something like this. So if it doesn't match this, then it is going to go to else statement. Only in that else statement, then this evaluation happens. Okay, so once we match something that is related to some characters which match here, so the thing we matched might be a dollar symbol or some brackets or some form of letters. Okay, so we need to check everything. So let's check dollar. Okay, dollar is still accepting. Interesting. So let's keep brackets. Okay, brackets is also fine. Next, let's keep this bracket. It's fine. So I think it's the ls that is what disturbing. So let's keep ls and let's try. Okay, so let's keep l. Interesting. So it is not taking any kind of alphabets. Okay, so anything other than alphabet, which can be like special characters or numbers, it is taking, right? So now we have something to work on. Okay, so what we can do is, we cannot keep any alphabet, so we cannot directly use some system commands there. So this is where experience comes in. Okay, so you have to create an alphabet, but it should not be an alphabet. Okay, so in this case what you can do is you can use XOR. Okay, so the XOR symbol is nothing but this symbol. Okay, so here we have one character over here. Okay, let's say character 1. If it is XORed with character 2, then it might give a completely new character. Okay, character 3. We cannot use alphabet, so we have to use special characters only. Okay, so in order to do that, let's go to the burp suite. Let's capture the request. It's faster that way. Okay, so let's keep it in reverse, and here we have a post request. Okay, so this will be our request, right? So we have sent 1. Okay, so this time let's capture it and let's send it to repeater. Okay, so capture this and let's send it to repeater. Okay, so since this is a alphabet, so it obviously returns wrong input, bro. Okay, so let's turn it off. Let's go to repeater. Let's send it, and here you can see. So let's keep a single quote. Let's keep a single quote 2 times. Okay, so now the scenario is like you kept the single quote twice. Okay, so the string started here and ended here, so there is nothing to evaluate. Okay, so at the end, okay, so this was the output, right? So there is nothing at the end. Okay, so you can just remove this. So this has to be our output. So let's use some XOR condition. So to use XOR condition, we need to enclose these 2 characters between brackets. Okay, so these in these brackets you need to keep an XOR condition with char 1 and char 2. Okay, so these characters can be a bracket. Okay, so I'm enclosing this with single quotes. Okay, and I'll enclose this with single quotes as well. Okay, so I'm keeping this left bracket and this left square bracket. Okay, so let's copy this and let's see what it replies. Okay, so let's paste it and let's send it. Okay, so now we are able to print S here. Okay, so now we are able to print alphabet, but we are not using alphabet anywhere. Okay, so that's the magic you want. So let's send it to intruder and let's brute force all the special characters. Okay, so let's clear this, select this, add it to the payload, and let's select this one and let's add it to the payload. Okay, so let's use cluster bomb. So here we need to keep all kinds of characters and here we need to keep all kinds of special characters. Okay, on the both. So here we need to keep a special character and here we need to keep a special character. Okay, so let's go to payloads. So here I have a list of special characters. Okay, so this will be the list. So you need to keep one character at a time. So you need to keep something like this. Okay, let's copy this and let's paste it here. Okay, now we have a list of special characters. Okay, so now let's go to payload 2 and let's do the same thing. And now we have some request count here, and here let's go to settings, and here let's go to grep extract and let's add something here. Okay, refetch response. Okay, so this is the only character that we are interested in. Okay, so let's select that character and let's click OK. Okay, so now that character is extracted when the scan is finished. Okay, so let's go here and let's start the attack. As you can see, we are extracting those characters. Okay, so here we have A, we have Z, we have S. Okay, so you need to make a list of all these characters. Okay, I'll do a couple of those so you'll understand how to do it. Okay, so go here, let's select A equals to something. Okay, so this something is something like this, but here we replace this with at the rate and exclamation mark. Okay, so at the rate exclamation mark. Okay, so here we have Z, but we don't need Z. Okay, the things we need is something like some commands. Okay, some commands should be something like system and then brackets. Brackets, you don't need any special characters for this, you can directly keep brackets. Okay, so we need something like system and single quotes, let's say ls or id or something like that. Okay, so we need these kind of characters. So let's try to get system first. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna resume once I have all the characters for system. Okay, all right, so now we have some characters. Okay, so these characters will help make this command. Okay, system equals to id. Okay, so this is not just a command as of now, so this is just to print these kind of characters. Okay, so this will form these characters, and let's use this and let's put it in repeater and let's see what happens. Okay, so paste it. So this should be something like S Y S T E M, and then this is the bracket. Okay, which represents to this bracket, and this is the single quote. Okay, so you cannot keep single quote again, right? So you have to create a special characters using this list. Okay, so you'll find single quotes, double quotes, all these things. Okay, so unless you need something, So you'll find it. Okay, and this will represent I. Okay, so this is I and this is D, and then this is single quote again, and then this is the exiting bracket. Okay, so this bracket, you can directly keep the bracket as a part of a string. Okay, so this dot represents string concatenation. Okay, so SYSTEM, so the string concatenation is done by this dot symbol, right? So let's send it, and as you can see, we can print system ID. Interesting, right? So you need to use the same thing to execute system commands. Okay, so the way you're going to do is, you need to enclose this system ID inside these brackets. Okay, you need to say something like system, and then you need another bracket, and then you need to mention something like ID. In this way you can execute the commands. Okay, so let's do this. So now we have formed system inside one bracket and then ID in another bracket. Okay, so let's use this to execute ID command. Okay, so now we don't have to print like a string. Now we are just keeping the brackets. Okay, so this, in this way you can execute the system commands. So let's send it, and as you can see, we got the ID of the user. Okay, so now what we can do is, we can type ls command and cat command to print the content of the files. Okay, so let's use ls to list the files. So we don't have the L right now, so let's get the L. So here we have L. Okay, so it is comma and at the rate. So let's use that. GHIJKL. So let's copy paste, and here we have comma and here we have at the rate. Okay, so using this, let's try to execute system ls. Okay, so this is L, and from here to here we already have it. So dot s is again this one, and close the bracket. Okay, so let's execute this command. Okay, so now we have all of these things, right? So what is this calc.backup? Interesting. So let's find out what it is. So / calc.backup. So this is the exact code. So there has to be an if condition, only then this wrong input bro will execute. Okay, so if that did not execute, so our theory here has to be correct, right? So unless this is an alphabet, this will not execute, right? So this else statement is this one. So you're echoing the result and you're evaluating, and you're echoing null again. Okay, so some empty character at the end. Okay, so that's how this result is working till now. Okay, so let's go back. So what can we do now? We have already printed this calc.backup. We have already printed this calc.php. What are the files in / like in the root directory? Okay, so for that what we need to do is, so we need to do the same thing again. So here we need system, and what else we need? We need something like cat or else ls / so this is what we need. Okay, so for / what you can do is, you can keep / encoded value. Okay, so encoded value of / URL encoded value of / is %2f. Okay, you can use that. So let's find out what this actually prints. Okay, so we also need to find this space character. You can find this over here. Okay, we have already got all the list. So the space character is nothing but this thing. Okay, so this is the space character. So what you can do now is, you can use the same thing. but you also need to use this space character. Okay, so this will represent the same, but here ls and then some space character, space and then dot, and here you need to keep single quotes, and in this single quotes you need to keep forward slash. Okay, forward slash is nothing but percentage 2f. Okay, so this will say list all the contents in forward slash. Okay, which means root directory. Okay, so let's go back, let's paste it, let's send it. So here we have all the files, all the directories here, and here you can see flag.txt. Interesting. So let's find the flag.txt characters. Okay, so this is gonna take some time, so I'm gonna pause this. So essentially what you need is system and then cat space flag.txt. So that's all you need, right? System, you already have this. Okay, so cat space flag.txt. Okay, I'm gonna pause right here and then I'll come back. All right, we are back, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so system, okay, system is still here to here, and then this is cat space, okay, this is space, and then flag dot. Okay, so dot, you need to just keep a single quote, nothing else you need to do, and then txt. Okay, so let's copy this and let's go back and let's paste it, and here you can see that this ampersand is causing a problem. Okay, so you just need to encode this. Okay, any other characters, if it is causing problem, you can just simply encode them and then send it. Okay, so let's send it. Okay, so looks like there is something else that is causing problem. Okay, okay, I thought it is finished, but it is not finished. Okay, so here there is a small thing that we have missed, and that missed is this forward slash. Okay, so this flag is actually containing in the forward slash directory, right? So in the forward slash this flag exists. Okay, so you need to keep that forward slash. So where do you need to keep it? Okay, so system cat space forward slash. Okay, so this is where you need to keep that forward slash. Okay, so to keep the forward slash, you keep this to differentiate that, and then percentage 2f. Okay, so let's copy this, let's go here, let's paste it, and let's encode this ampersand. Okay, let's send it. And as you can see, we have eval function is dangerous. Okay, so we got our flag, right? Okay, let's continue with the rest of the flags. After doing this CentOS calculator, you must be thinking, hey TORHAT, this is too hard for me. Is there anything I can do that is simply like a copy paste? Alright, so this is the Christmas, so I need to grant your wishes. So this one is just like copy paste. Okay, so if you go to the browser, all you can see is this part, right? Yet another meme generator. So you need to input some URL here and some text at the bottom and top. Okay, so and then you need to export this, and then you will generate a PDF. Okay, so just go to the Google and just type any image and then select an image, and you should be having an image. Okay, so just drag and drop. Now you have an image, and this is the URL. So just copy this and paste it here, and you have something at the top and something at the bottom. Okay, so if you just export this, you should get something like this. Okay, so this is a PDF, right? In first glance, it seems like there is something hidden in this PDF or something like that, right? So if you just download this, and let's say I'm downloading it in downloads directory. Okay, so I'll just bring it to this directory, and let's open a terminal. And as you can see, you have document.pdf, right? So I'll just type exif tool and document.pdf, and as you can see here, we have Qt 5.5.1 as version of this producer, right? So the document.pdf is produced by this Qt 5.5.1. Okay, so if you just Google this, you will find that it is quite old. Okay, so it is like 2015. Okay, so it is very old. So you can find a lot of vulnerabilities in this. Okay, so you can just type CVE, or you can just type something that is latest, which is 15. Okay, so and then vulnerabilities. So you can keep on exploring like this. Okay, so if you just Google this, like yet another meme generator or something like that, so you will find this ctftime.org write up. Okay, so as you can see, this is the exact same replica of this thing, right? So this is yet another meme generator, but this is darkcon's meme generator. So it is the same thing, right? So what you can do is, you can scroll down, you can just copy this script, and while exporting, you just have to replace it right over here. Okay, so go to the burp suite and intercept the request, and here you have everything set, and then intercept. Okay, so now this request will come here. All you have to do is copy the script, okay, which is over here, and then simply paste it in upper or bottom. Okay, so you can just paste it like this, but encode this. Okay, control U to encode this, and then let's send it. Okay, so something happened here. So as you can see, there is your flag, right? All right, let's see the next one. All right, after seeing the web vulnerabilities, let's take a step back and see what happens in the security operations center. So as you can see here, there is a Santa's gift packet. Okay, so it might be something related to the packets. Okay, the mischievous Krampus has stirred up a packet storm in the North Pole network. Amongst the chaos, a word file containing the secret city where Mr. Santa is lives. This sentence framing is not correct, or there is something clue inside this. Okay, Mr. Fouettard claims to have hidden it well. Maybe a sneak peek into the captured packet will reveal the hidden city, dodging Krampus tricks. So this will give us 50 points. So from this, what you can understand is there is a packet, or there is a packet capture that has happened, and in that there is some hidden file, which is a document, Word document. Okay, so we need to find that Word document in this packet, right? So what we need to find is, we will have to reveal the hidden city. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. After downloading this, so this is the sneaky packet. Okay, so let's open this. When I double click on this, it will directly open in the Wireshark. If you don't know how to open it in the Wireshark, so you can go here and type the Wireshark, and from here you can open some pcap file. Okay, so this is our packet capture data. Okay, so here a lot of things are happening. So how to go through all of these things to understand what's happening? So to understand this, you need to understand the protocols which are happening. Okay, so the protocols right here are ARP protocol, network transfer protocol, and some syslog that is happening, some browser, that is being happening, and some other protocols over here, right? So we also have DNS and TCP protocols. Okay, and we also have some SMTP, which means simple mail transfer protocol. So we are sending some mail to someone. Okay, so there might be some secret information right there. So whenever you want to understand the flow of these things, so you just select to any one of them and right click and follow TCP stream. Okay, so whichever stream that is there, so you can capture that and you can follow that TCP stream, and then you will understand what's going on. Okay, so even if it is encrypted, this TCP stream will decrypt somehow. Okay, so let's click on that, and as you can see here, this is a hello request that is being sent, and here we have auth login credentials. Interesting. So let's copy that and let's go to burp suite, and here we have decoder, and if I paste this and if I decode it as base64, I get username. Okay, so the username is this one, right? So let's see the username, and what is this? This one seems to be the password. Okay, so sneakygeek@aol.com and 558 rules. Interesting. So we got the password for this email. Okay, so 558 rules, and this user is sending an email to some other user. Okay, this user. So what is the data that he sent? If I just scroll down, and then they were having some conversation over here, right? And they were saying heading out of town another time, and so Anne is another user. Okay, so he's sending the email to Anne. This is the message that he want to send. Okay, so let's see another packet. Let's scroll down. So what I need to do is, I can see that TCP stream equals to something. Okay, so in the whole packet capture, I can see that there are several TCP streams. Okay, so TCP stream 1, TCP stream 0. Okay, so you can see that, and you can just change the number over here. Okay, or you can just keep playing here, and let's go to the next packet capture scenario, and here you can just follow TCP stream, and if I click on this, you should be able to see that here TCP stream equals to 1 will be there. Okay, so let's see that, and as you can see, the TCP stream equals to 1 is here. Okay, so let's look at the message that they have sent. Okay, so oh my god, there is a lot of content over here. Okay, which is going till the end of this thing. Oh my god, this is a huge data. So what can we do with this? So the thing that we can do is, let's consider this as a file. Okay, so if we consider this whole thing as a file, here I have copied this. Okay, so the thing you need to understand is this one. Okay, the content type is application octet stream. Okay, and here we have secret rendezvous.docx. Okay, and the transfer encoding is base64. Okay, so what I can do is, I can just copy this, I can save it as this secret rendezvous.docs, and then I'll decode it as base64, and then I will get something over here. Okay, so let's go to the terminal. Let's type any basic text editor. Okay, let's use nano as a small editor. Okay, and let's say base64.txt. Okay, so let's paste it, and it is pasted. Let's save it as base64.txt. now we have two files. So this is completely base64 content. So what you need to do is, you need to say base64 -d and then file, and then output the decoded file as secret rendezvous dot docs. Okay, I think you can keep anything, but let's keep secret rendezvous.docs. Okay, once it is done, we have three files right now. Okay, we have this file, we have this file, and this thing. Okay, so let's see what do we have in this secret rendezvous.docs. Okay, right, and as you can see, the footer of this file says we are in Word document. Okay, so we are inside this Word document. So we have successfully decoded this file. Okay, so what we can do is we can just go to here. Let's copy this. I don't think we can open it with anything. Do we have anything that is related to documents? I don't think we have anything that opens this document file. Okay, so you can open this using online document opener, or you can use Windows Microsoft tool to open this. Okay, so I'm opening this in Windows. So this is what we got. Okay, so here, meet me at the fountain near the rendezvous point, address below, and I'm bringing all the cash. So as you can see, this is Playa del Carmen. So if I just Google this Playa del Carmen, so what do I get? So Playa del Carmen, and as you can see, this is a city in Mexico. Interesting. If I just open this, here what I need to find is, I need to find the hidden city. So this hidden city is Playa del Carmen itself. So the flag formation should be something like flag, and here what I need to type is nothing but Playa del Carmen. Okay, so this should be your flag, right? All right, let's move to the next one. So the next one is cryptography. So let's see what it is. Frosty's frozen files. We got 50 points right here. Frosty the Snowman has left behind a chilly challenge for you. Inside the frozen zip file, there are 4 text files that hold the key to unveiling a hidden message. Decrypt the numeric codes within each file to thaw out the secrets. Can you melt Frosty's icy riddles and discovered warm-hearted flag beneath? Interesting. So this is the freezed.zip file. Okay. Alright. So this is freezed.zip file. And if I open this file, I see 4 text files, and these text files are locked. So you cannot open this. So it is asking for a password, and you don't have a clue in the message itself. So what you can do, let's try to crack the zip file using John the Ripper. Okay, so how do we use John the Ripper to crack this? Okay, so let's clear everything, cd2 dot cryptography, and we are here. Okay, so we have freezer.zip file. So there is a tool called zip to John. Okay, so this file will convert this encrypted freezer.zip into something that John can crack. Okay, so let's hit enter. All right, so as you can see, we have freezer.zip, first.txt, and we have fourth.txt, second.txt, and third.txt. Okay, so let's copy one of these things and let's crack only this particular thing. Okay, so you can crack any one of these things because all are encrypted in the same way, right? So let's say nano hash, and I'll paste it over here. Okay, and I'll save it. Once you have that hash, you can just check it's the same thing. Okay, so it is made by zip to John. So once you copy that, you need to find this rocky.txt. So this has a huge list of words that are commonly used. Okay, so you can use that word list to crack. Okay, crack this hash. If you do not have this rocky.txt, So you will definitely have this rocky.txt.gz. So you need to use this gunzip to extract this rocky.txt. Okay, so you can use sudo gunzip and then this file. This file should be extracted by now. Okay, so if you just do ls rocku and then star, you will have this rocky.txt. Okay, right. So let's go back to this directory where I have this hash. So what I can do is I can type John, I can give the hash, and then I'll say that use this particular word list. Okay, so /user/share word list rocky.txt. Okay, let's see what it does. Okay, so it is trying all these formats. All right, looks like it did not take the word list. So what we can do is we'll type -- word list equals to this thing. Okay, so we have the word list and let's type hash right now. Okay, so let's see what it does. All right, we got the password as tboy. Let's copy this and let's open this. Let's extract right here. Okay, and then paste this password. Okay, tboy, and successfully extracted. Okay, so looks like I have only extracted one thing. Let's extract other things as well. Now let's close it. Okay, so now we have first, second, third and fourth, right? So these are not in order. So let's cat them in order. Okay, so first, second, third, fourth. Okay, so when you cat this in this format, you will have all these things in order. Okay, so this is the thing that we have here. Okay, it's crazy. Okay, so you don't understand anything from this. So what do you get from this? You get nothing, right? So crypto and then paste it. Okay, so let's try to eliminate most of these things. Okay, so you don't have special characters, you don't have alphabets, so it has to do something with the numbers itself. Okay, so it has to do something with the number using multiple times. Okay, so you use the same number multiple times, right? So if you use the number or you don't use the number, and you have only like the numbers which are from 0 to 9. Okay, so if you just try to imagine like what can this be, let's go back to that level where we have the message. Do we have anything that is related to this? Okay, so do we have any clues? So that's what we want. So as it turns out, we don't have much clues. So let's see about Frosty the Snowman. Frosty the Snowman. This was long ago, 10 years ago. Interesting. So this is the Frosty the Snowman. If you just think of this much old things, so if you're sending a hidden message just by using numbers, so you are like using very old tools, right? Let's say old mobiles. So let's see old mobiles, like what do these old mobiles look like? Okay, so these old mobiles have this keypad. Okay, in this keypad you have all these numbers. So let's click on one of them, and as you can see, you use these mobiles to send text messages. Okay, if you just click on any one of these numbers, you will have that particular letter. Okay, so if you click on, let's say you clicked on this 7 4 times, you will have S. Okay, using this decoding method, so let's decode this. Okay, so S and then A, and then if you type 6 2 times, you will get N, right? N, and then A 8 is T. Okay, and if you click on 7 4 times, you will get S. Okay, okay, fine. And then underscore, and then C, and then A, and then 5 tapping 3 times will give L, and then L again, and then G, no, and then GHI, and then N, and then 6 is N and G. Okay, so we got something like Sands calling. Interesting. So what is he calling about? So F, and then 6 3 times will give O, and then 7 3 times R, then underscore 2 3 times, let's say C H, and then R I S T M A S. Okay, so Santa calling for Christmas. So if this is the flag, or this should be the flag. Okay, so you can just say flag and then brackets this thing. Okay, so this should be our flag. Okay, so I hope you understand this. Let's move to the next CTF. Alright, what do we have next? We have OSINT. So we have a social snow town, and it is 150 points. And in this festive aftermath, I don't know how this is pronounced, cyber celebration, the remnants of a person's Christmas preparations hold hidden clues to unravel the holiday mysteries. Navigate the digital snowfall and follow the twinkling echoes left by the festive fallout. Uncover the secrets guarded by the cheerful characters like elves, Mr. and Mrs. Santa, Rudolph, and the joyous Mr. Scrooge, while staying vigilant against the lurking threats posted by Krampus, Mr. Fouettard, and the cunning Grinch. These are many characters in this social snow town. A message says, this might be very basics. Interesting. But can help to find the trace. Interesting. So, this is the CTF, and this is the image, okay, the talk.png. So you need to be careful with this message, okay, this might be very basics. So this is the exact message that we want, okay, and let's see what this image has hold for us. So, okay, hello, have you heard about the upcoming snow events? It is gonna be freezing now, and all the profiles will be locked. Interesting. So this message is quite different, right? This word is different for a particular reason. Okay, so keep that in mind. And if you want to search, you can search that. There is a locked daemon, so there is a background process that transfers NFS files. Interesting. Yes, I have been trying to follow the traces left behind. Do you think that anyone will survive the storm? It is like the internet has turned into a snow town. On 5th May 2003, we had rumors about an expert V. This is interesting. Managed to unravel the encrypted chaos. He might have left some traces on the professional, business, and employment focused social media platform. Okay. Right. So professional, business, and employment focused social media platform. So when you see this, what do you think of? You think of platforms like LinkedIn, right? Professional, business, and employment focused social platform. So we'll keep that in mind, and traces can be found on my account. So he said his account. Interesting. But using my real name. Okay. So this might not be the real name. So he has another real name. So we need to find that real name. Okay. So let's go to some social media platforms. We know about LinkedIn, we know about Twitter. Let's try to search 0_0 ETH0. Okay, so we have one user with the same username, right? Let's type it again. Okay, we have this Jinay Patel. So here, let's see what it is. Okay, so we need people. Okay, there is no result here, right? Interesting. But this user has Jinay Patel as his name, right? So let's copy this, and you can check this message right now, but I don't think you will get anything. So copy this Jinay Patel and paste it right here. Okay, so we have this user, right? So let's click on this. Okay, we have this user and we have all his posts. Okay, right, interesting. So how to, okay, so this might be very basics. Interesting, right? So this particular post has something to do with this, right? So let's click on this, and then you'll find something over here as a comment. Okay, and this will be the flag. Let's say you don't know this user. Okay, let's say you have this message only. So let's say you have what is that message? This might be very basics, right? Okay, so this might be very basics. So with this message you cannot find out all these things, right? So there are lots of users, but you can filter out people. Okay, so member, let's keep member's name, which is Jinay Patel. As you can see, this is the person, and if you click on this and show results, you will see only one post which has this one and this particular user. Okay, so and this says this might be very basics, right? And then in the comment section you will see the flag. Okay, interesting. Let's keep going. Let's see the next CTF. Coming up next, we have digital forensics, and we have Elf's digital detective. Interesting. So you stumbled upon a mysterious file in the archives of the North Pole. It seems that Mr. Scrooge has applied some secret encoding to one of our files, which is hidden away. Can you help your friendly elves retrieve the valuable encoding information from this digital treasure chest? Find the encoding name. Interesting. So this is the encoding name that we want from the file available on the available results. Interesting. So to uncover the truth behind Mr. Scrooge's action. Okay. So this is digital forensics, and this is the file. Okay, treasure E01. When you think of digital forensics, this is one of the tools, right? So forensic tools, and we do have autopsy. Okay, so we need root user, but I think we can do this. Okay, so I'll just type the password. We have autopsy right here. Okay, so let's copy this. Okay, or else you can just click on this. Okay, fine, you got this. Warning, your browser currently has JavaScript enabled. So this is the puppy that is going to help us solve this case. Okay, all we have to do is we need to find the encoding name, okay, which is available in the results section. Okay, so let's open the case, and this will be the new case, and the case number, case name can be elf something, you don't care. Okay, this is optional, and investigators names can be anything, and new case. Okay, so this is the case directory. You can check this out, and this is the configuration file. And now please select your name, and then you selected name and add host. Okay, by host they mean they want some image or evidence. Okay, so this is the same thing, a host name, time zone, you could be anything. Okay, you can just keep this if you want. Times q adjustment 0. Okay, so path of the alert hash database, it can be anything, it can be optional. Okay, so you don't need that. So add host, add image, and add image file. So you need to enter the entire path of the image. If the image is split, either raw or encase, enter the asterisk symbol. Okay, so now you have to go here. You need to click on this and right click, copy and paste it. Okay, and now you need to check this name as well, I think. So let's right click, rename, Control A, Control C, cancel, paste it. Okay, so as you can see, this is a complete disk, so it is not a partition. So you can just keep it as a disk and you can just symlink it. Okay, you don't need to copy or move it, you can just symlink it and click on next. And as you can see, it got some details of it, right? So it has GUID partition table, it has offset sector 0, and units are 512 byte sectors. Okay, it will take care of all the internal things, so you don't have to worry about this. And this is the number of partition inside that image, okay, which has actual content. Okay, so this is the partition number, and this is the sector number, and this is the end sector number. And if you just count this, this will be the total length, and the description is untitled. Okay, so it is just like D drive or C drive, right? So this description is untitled. So this is the MMLS output. So you can also get this output using command line. Okay, so it's not a big deal, you can try that. You can find lots of tutorials for MMLS. So let's go into this case. So if you just add this without checking the file system type, that will create a problem because you need to browse through these values. Okay, so if you just click on this randomly, it will say partition 1 is not a ext file system, so use browser's back button to fix the data. And then you can go through all of these things, but the one that works is this one. Okay, HFS. If you just click on this, now it is added. Interesting. So you can just click OK. You can just click on this one, which is what we want. This is the partition we want. And let's click on analyze, and we have all these details, right? So if you just click on anything which contains something that we want, so what is the clue? Okay, we need encoding name, which is available in results. Okay, let's go back. Let's click on image details. Okay, this is the image, means this is the file details. Okay, this details. So we don't want that. We don't want metadata. We don't want this. We'll just type file types. Okay, so let's sort the files and click on OK and view sorted files. Okay, so we have something. I don't think this will work as well, but anyway, let's try that. So we have all of these things, right? Interesting. So let's click on data, and we do have data, but this is not useful. Okay, so let's go to file analysis, and okay, once you come to file analysis, you have all these files, right? So you don't know which encoding they have. But if you just go to directory seek and view this, you have this meta2 is not a directory. Interesting. So let's click on this and you have all these files or directories, right? So if you just scroll through this, okay, this is the details. I think this is what we want, right? So results. Okay. So if you just scroll down, the text encoding is macroman. So this is what we want. So if you just go through this, encoding name in the results, this is what we got. Okay. So you can use this and then write the flag, something like this is not OSINT forensics flag and macroman. Okay. So this should be the flag. We have gone through so many CTFs. Let's see the next one. Are you guys ready for the next one? All right, let's go. So this is reverse engineering. So it might seem complicated, but it is very easy. Okay. So just follow through this method and then you'll be fine. So let's close this. I don't think you need this. Reverse. Okay, it says Snowman's decompilation. It has 100 points, and in the wake of winter winds, the snowman dances in the breeze. Cast your gaze upon the remnants of APK's core. Interesting. So deconstructed through the eyes of reversing. Seek the hidden resonance in the darkest corners of a hidden path in the conversation to unveil the link that echoes across the winter winds. Okay, so it has something to do with APK, which means some mobile app, reverse engineering kind of thing. Okay, so they said decompilation. Okay, so we need to decompile this APK in order to find some data. Okay, so what are the data we're trying to find? So the data, let's see this image and this file, and here we have that image, and this image says hello, I've got a file that seems to have great information. Do you know anyone in the team who can find it? Yes, I can do that. We do have a tool that starts with my name. Okay, there is a tool and this name, right? So it cannot be like ELF tool or APK tool. Okay, so we do have a tool called APK tool. APK tool. I don't think we have right now, but we can get it using sudo apt update. Let's continue. Are you sure, ELF? Because the file does not even seem to be an APK. Okay, so the file is not even an APK. What is that file actually? So let's see what this file actually is. Okay, so file foggy something, and this says it is a zip archive. Interesting. So what we can do is, let's try to change its name to APK. Rename and .apk. Okay, now let's try it again. Okay, so it is the same thing, but anyway, let's continue. And according to my analysis, the file within is APK, but we need someone to identify the first layer. Sounds interesting. We have some activity details on it, came out from some layouts. I think I need to contact elfres for this. These highlighted things are tool which is done by APK and activity details. Okay, so there is some first layer that needs to be stripped off. So let's try to open this using some archive manager because it says it is archive. Okay, so we have this Android reverse engineering and reverse me. Interesting. Let's use APK tool. apt install apk tool -y. Let it install. Sorry, I had to switch operating systems, and we do have this, right? So let's rename this. And once you have installed apk tool, once you have installed apk tool in your operating system, then when you change this forgivens to .apk, then it automatically changes and detects this file as apk. Okay, so if you just rename this, now you have apk here, right? So what you need to do is you need to decompile this apk tool. Okay, so once you decompile this, you will have lot of files in one directory. Okay, so the decompilation is done, and once you open this, you will have all these things. Okay, install another tool called jdgui. Okay, so I have that linked right over here, and let's open it. So this particular Java decompiler is going to help us to decompile this. Okay, we do have a GUI model which you can download it from here. Okay, you can directly open this. You just go here, cut, close, open, paste. Okay, so here let's try and open java-jar jdgui. Okay, so once you do this, it will open a Java file which is a decompiler. Okay, so now it can instantly decompile everything. So open file, open file. Ooh, this is taking a lot of time. Okay, so now let's enter into forgivens and unknown Android reversing, and we have nothing. Interesting. Okay, we don't have any files right here, so let's minimize this as of now. Let's open and explore these things. Okay, so what is this thing? Okay, we do have classes.dex here. Okay, so when you have this, there should be a program called dex2jar, so that will convert this classes.dex into a jar file, and then use this Java decompiler to open that jar file and decompile it. Okay, so let's slow down a bit. Let's understand. First, you have done apk tool decompile this foggy.winds, and then you went inside and opened this reverse me. Okay, you can just open it and then just drag and drop all these things, so it's not a big deal. Or else you can simply extract it right here. Okay, so extract here, and then you have all these files, and now we have classes.dex. Okay, so using this classes.dex, you need to create a jar file that this jdgui can open. Okay, so for that, all you have to do is increase the font size. Is dex2jar. I don't think we have that dex2jar, so you need to install this. Find this dex2jar. Okay, so if you go to releases, you will find this particular zip file, and once you extract and ready to use it. Okay, so you need to go to this location, and you need to use this particular command. Okay, so this is the particular usage. Okay, so dex2jar and then file, you need to give the file. Okay, whichever needs decompilation. Okay, so I have already extracted that dex tools, and here you can see dex2jar.sh is there. Okay, so I'll just use this again. As you can see, we have read write execute over here, so you don't need to again change mod or something like that. So you can directly use this dex2jar script. Okay, so dex2jar, and then what else, and then file, and then path to file. Okay, so particular APK or whatever the file is. But as of now, this is our location of this file. Okay, so reverse me, or you can say dex here. Okay, classes.dex. So this is the most important thing. So this is what we want to convert into jar. Okay, dex to jar. So just go back and classes.dex. Okay, so let's hit on enter, and then this will convert it into a jar file. Okay, so I'm not sure where it is converting. I'm sure it is converting inside this. Okay, so we have this particular thing. Okay, so classes.dex to class dex to jar.jar. Okay, so where is that particular file? Okay, here. So we have this file, right? So let's copy this file. Let's go back all the way till here. This is not mandatory, I'm just doing it. Okay, so this is the location, right? So you just click on this, copy. Let's go to JDGUI now. Okay, so let's open it, and it's in Jingle, foggy winds, and this particular thing. Okay, so now you have a jar file that you can open and decompile. Right now you can go all the way and you can check all the files right now. Okay, so the thing that we want is not this, but we have to go to search and we have to search for something. Okay, so what is the thing that we need to search? We need to search for this particular thing. Okay, activity details. Okay, so this is the one we want. So let's go back and check that. Let's check activity. Okay, let's select all of these things, and here we have activity something. Okay, so let's click on details. Okay, so we cannot have details, so we have this class. Let's open it, and let's scroll through these things. Is there anything that is worth checking? And here let's go to something else. We don't have something that catches my eye. Okay, let's go to main activity. Okay, activity details. So this is the one we want, right? So let's open this, and what do we have here? And as you can see, we have a paste pin link. Interesting. So let's copy this and go to the browser. Let's paste it, and let's go to paste bin first instead of using this. Let's go to paste bin, and let's open that. Is there any search page? Okay, we do have search over here, right? We are searching in this particular location. Okay, looks like we need to sign up, but I don't think so. So let's say pastepin.com / this particular string. Okay, let's enter. Okay, so here we have flag dynamic island reconstruction. Interesting, right? So this is how you do reverse engineering. Okay, so let's have a recap. First of all we had was this particular foggy winds without this APK. Okay, so you need to install this APK tool in your operating system, and then using this APK tool you need to decompile, and you will decompile this APK file. Okay, once it is decompiled, you also need to go through this particular thing, find this reverse me. Okay, so if you see the file type, it is a zip file. Okay, you can directly open it and then extract this, and then you will find classes.dex. Okay, so once you find that classes.dex, dex to jar application to convert this dex into a jar file. Okay, once you convert it from dex to jar, you open this with JDGUI. Okay, so Java decompiler GUI, and from this you search, and then you search for activity. Okay, and once you get this, you get details activity class. Okay, so in that you have this paste bin link. Okay, but not as a link, and then you change it in a way that it opens the link. Okay, I hope you get it. Let's move to the next CTF. So the next one is quite interesting because this comes under steganography. Okay, hiding data into some other data. Okay, so it can be text or images or some document. Okay, so steganography is a process of hiding data in some other data. Okay, so here let's see what we have. Mr. Scrooge, ever the secretive character, has sent a coded message deep into the heart of the Christmas cheer. Uncover the 3-part QR code he left behind, but beware, not everything is as it seems, because Mr. Fouettard said that he will punish the naughty children of the Christmas as he has evil within. Interesting. So we have these 3 files. Okay, so we have these 3 files. Okay, these 3 files are something like this. Okay, these are parts of QR code. Okay, so when you combine all these 3, it will look something like this. Okay, you can use any tool to copy paste these things. Okay, so it doesn't matter. So you can use Photoshop, you can use Paint. Okay, you can use anything else. So once you reconstructed all this thing, you can use online QR code decoder tools, something like this. You can just type QR decoder online, and then you find something. Okay, and you browse this particular QR code and submit the query. Okay, so now we have this thing. Okay, so let's see what it is. Oh my god, it looks okay, it looks kind of scary, but anyways, pure Fouettard, and then we have some image and rabbit hole. No idea. So since this is a rabbit hole, so you cannot proceed from here. Okay, so this is not the way. So you need to think again that it always hide things inside me. So you have 3 things over here, right? So there must be some data hidden inside these things. Okay, so what you can do is you can try to use some tools to find the hidden data inside this, but the only tool that was really fast and effective was this thing called Quick Stego. Okay, so you can try to open all these images there. Let's open them one by one, and once you open it, as you can see here, this is flag. Okay, Mr. Fouettard punishment.